For this exercise, you're going to start with your palm down at the distal part of the cable bar. You're going to be palm up at the swivel on the cable bar. For this, we're going to keep a bilateral stance. So both of our knees are bent. We're going to be into the balls of our feet here. From this position, I'm pulling with this hand and I'm bringing this hand to my hip. From here, I'm going to start to pull this hand to my hip as I push this hand away from my hip. I should finish with the distal part of the cable bar at my belly button and my back hand extended. From here, I come back, finish the bar parallel, and then I'm coming back through. So as I'm doing this exercise, the bar is going to put a lot of torque on my body. I don't want to allow the cable bar to twist me away. I'm going to stay square from here, bracing and pulling through. Weight stays in the ball of my feet, belly button's pulled in, chest is up. I press through. Don't need a lot of weight on the bar to make an impact on this exercise. Everything should stay square as my arms move through space. For transverse twist, I'm going to have my feet in a staggered stance position. From this position, I want to load up my front leg. The cable is going to want to pull me back towards my back leg, and it's kind of up to you to stay loaded forward into this front leg, so you got about 20% of your weight on your back leg. From here, I have both hands on the cable. I want to imagine I have a rod between my sternum and the handle of the cable machine. So as I rotate my sternum out over my knee, the handle comes with me. So this isn't an arm exercise. This is a trunk exercise. So I'm not moving my arms. I'm loaded up, belly button's pulled in, chest is up, and I'm going to rotate my shoulders to come to my hip using my trunk stabilizers here. It stays loaded in the front foot, belly button's pulled in, chest is up, so I have that spinal stability already. I'm moving from the sternum to bring my hands out. I'm not moving my hands out. Wall depression starts out exactly the same as wall retractions. We want our feet off the wall slightly, and that's so that we can tuck our pelvis posterior and make it easier for our whole spine to come into contact with the wall. So that, just like the wall retraction, is priority number one. Belly button's pulled in, chest is lifted. I've got as much of my low back to mid upper back on the wall as possible. We're going to start in the same position. We're going to get into that elevation and retraction, but this time, instead of holding, we're actually going to start to reach our arms up. Now, when we reach our arms up, now we have to engage the muscles that are pulling our shoulder blades down. And now I'm reaching up, making sure everything in my back is flat. And as I'm reaching my hands up to the ceiling, I'm driving my shoulder blades down away from my shoulders. So we're trying to not let our shoulders creep up by engaging the muscles in the middle and lower trapezius. Again, once I get into this position here, I'm going to take my arms so that my arms are parallel to the floor. From there, I've got my shoulder blades pulled back, slight elevation. Now, as I lift my arms up, I'm fighting to keep my shoulders down. Make sure the low back stays in contact so we're not arching our low back to come off the wall to relieve the effort. We're just trying to keep driving our shoulders down towards the floor as we're reaching our hands up towards the ceiling. For the mid ball shot put toss, we're going to have both hands on the ball, almost like we're going to do a chest pass. But what we're going to do is we're going to stand facing the wall. We're going to rotate our torso back. So now my palm is on the back of the ball so that I can extend out my hand while rotating my hip and shot put the ball into the wall. So I'm here, rotate back, and then now my hand, my shoulder, and my hip are going to move together as I extend my hand into the wall. So I'm here. Trunk stays engaged. I rotate my shoulder and my hip together and extend my hand into the wall to create as much power as I can. I wind up here so that way I have my shoulder and my hip extend at the same time. So load, extend.